At the time that CASA began in Oregon, I was a lawyer representing children and parents in juvenile cases. The juvenile system was going through a transformation to become much more of a kind of a due process model. The children had a right to have lawyers. There hadn't been a lot of lawyers appointed in the past. Lawyers are bound to represent either what their client wants to have happen, or if they're of an age where they can't make a considered decision, then really looking at what's going to work best for the child.
There wasn't anybody in court who spoke for the children independently. So when they said, "How's Jane doing?" You had a caseworker who was busy, you had a lawyer who had way too many cases, and nobody whose job it was to speak for the kids.
And they all do a good job, but what CASAs do is they bring the picture to life. And to Judge Stephen Harrell, who was one of the really big pushers for getting CASA started in Multnomah County, about what CASAs could bring to the proceedings for juveniles.
And his idea was to supplement that complex system by smart, well-meaning, trained citizen volunteers. And there were so many naysayers that said, "Oh, volunteers can't do this work." The professionals said, "Oh, you're not a lawyer, you're not a caseworker, you're not trained in child education." And yet thousands and thousands of volunteers later, and thousands of kids and youth helped by this system, they were on it. And it's nationwide.
Seeing CASAs in action, the kind of advocacy for children that they can bring to the table, I think that quieted a lot of the concerns that some people raised.
You know, there were some growing pains, but if you look forward to today, I mean, the same very CASA for Children has a number of counties. And the whole CASA movement is well established in the state of Oregon, rural, urban, and working together. And I mean, we, the staff of, what started out as, I think, 6 people.
And I've loved the way that CASA has, over the years, had a much more diverse pool of CASAs. People willing to put their time and their effort into concentrating on a child or a group of children in a family to really get to know them so that they can advocate for them most fully. Children have benefited so greatly from, and I know that there are children who really have seen their CASA as kind of the lifeline to life beyond foster care, because it's given them hope, and that's what we need to keep alive.